Hey, friends, welcome back to the Insider's Journal, where we wrestle with how to maximize our eternal outcomes as Christian leaders. Today, we're launching a 6-part series on money, a topic we often skirt, but we need to tackle head on. Here's the lineup. Part 1, money is not the problem. Part 2, what they don't tell you on Sunday. Part 3, turn around non-revenue bearing assets. Part 4, the tax strategy that wins. Part 5, how to lower your management fees. And Part 6, die broke. I promise you'll hear fresh biblical insights that'll change how you steward your resources for kingdom impact. Let's dive into Part 1. Recently, I was on a call with a TMP alumnus, a close friend who's always been an encouragement. Let's call him Mike. He was wrestling with business challenges despite being fully funded. Mike's family's set, his future's financially secure, but Mike was in the doldrums. Business isn't fun anymore, he said. It used to be a thrill, and now it's just about something to do. Then he dropped an idea. What if I work for free, taking on ventures with big kingdom impact and fruit? Great concept, but I saw a pitfall. I told Mike, don't do it for free. Charge a fair rate to create an expectation and accountability. Why? Well, free often works but lacks commitment. People devalue what costs them nothing. I've seen it in volunteer groups like men's ministries that dissolve when a business conflict arises. Without cost, whether money, time, or effort, priorities shift fast. Plus, high-achieving people need a scorecard, so I often recommend creating a performance-based income that fits the nonprofit's budget, even when you're going to give 100% of it away. Now, Mike pushed back, but I don't want it to be about the money. I hear that a lot. Here's the truth. Money isn't the problem. It's a fantastic tool. The real issue is greed. Money gets a bad rap in Christian circles. We hear warnings about wealth and start thinking dollars are the enemy, but that's like blaming a firearm for a crime or a hacksaw for a lost limb. The problem isn't the tool, it's the heart. When we chase money for security, status, or self-worth, we drift from God's purpose. And as leaders, the world's scorecard, bigger profits, flashier portfolios, they tempt us. But with priority living, through the Master's Program, we leverage everything we have for eternity. Proverbs 27:23 says, "Be sure you know the condition of your flocks. Give careful attention to your herds." Sheep used to be a currency. This isn't about sheep, it's about stewardship. God entrusts us with resources, including money, and expects wise management, whether we have a little or a lot. Greed distorts that. Paul warns in 1 Timothy 6:10, "For the love of money is a root of all kinds of evil. Some people eager for money have wandered from the faith, and they pierced themselves with many griefs." It's not money. It's obsession that derails us. And I've seen leaders lose joy, family, and faith chasing wealth. So how do we steward well? First, reframe money as a tool, not a trophy. In Priority Living's Life Mastery, we align our personal, professional, family, and kingdom roles. Money's part of that. Ask, is my wealth serving God's purposes or my ego? Matthew 13 warns the deceitfulness of wealth choking out fruit. Set a giving cap, a percentage of your income for kingdom causes that you give joyfully. Joyful generosity is the antidote to greed. Second, adopt an eternal perspective. Money's for eternal impact, not just earthly comfort. Imagine standing before God, accounting for your flock. Will you show yourself focused on building more pens to hold more sheep, or lives changed through your stewardship? Finally, build accountability. Share your financial goals with your mentor. your spouse, or a Christ-following financial planner. In Dream Master, couples dream about their legacy. Include money, how you'll use it to bless others and honor God. Here's the ending. Greed's the enemy, not money. When we steward with an eternal perspective, we turn worldly scorecards into kingdom ones. Over the next 5 parts, we'll explore bold strategies from giving secrets to tax wins and even dying broke. Get ready for some surprises. Now, this week, take 15 minutes to review your flock. Check your budget, your giving percentage, and financial strategies. Ask God for one way to use your resources for His kingdom and share it with a trusted friend. Look, money can define you for a moment if you let it. However, if you steward it right, it will define you forever. Let's make it count for the kingdom.